අතමින් බැතින් අපේ නිබඳා වැඳ නාම දිනවා ගණරන් කොතින් රැස් විහිතා මන පූබුදනවා ගිජිතුන් මාතින් සිරිතලඳා හිමිවාඩමනවා
ඔබ සැමට උතුම් දළදා හිමි සරණයි. අද 2026 අගෝස්තු මාසයේ 19 වෙනිදා ඓතිහාසික සෙන්කඩගල නුවර ඇසල පෙරහර මංගල්‍යයේ දෙවන කුඹල් පෙරහර වීථි සංචාරය කරන දිනයයි. අද පස්වරු 6:41ට යෙදුණු සුබ මුහුර්තයෙන් පෙරහර කරඬුව රැගත් ජනරාජා හස්සිරාජයා සඳගල බැසීමෙන් මේ ඓතිහාසික පෙරහර මංගල්‍යයේ දෙවන කුඹල් පෙරහර වීථි සංචාරය ආරම්භ දළදා මාලිගාවේ පෙරහරත් නාථ විෂ්ණු කතරගම පත්තිනි සතර මහා දේවාල පෙරහරත් එක්තැන්ව අද මේ දෙවන පෙරහර වීථි සංචාරයේ කුඹල් පෙරහර වීථි සංචාරය කිරීම අදත් දැක බලා ගන්නට දහස් සංඛ්‍යාත ලක්ෂ සංඛ්‍යාත පිරිසක් පෙරහර ගමන් ගන්නා වීථිය ඔස්සේ එක් රැස් සිටින ආකාරය අපට දැක ගන්නට ලැබෙනවා. දළදා මාලිගාවේ අත්පන්තියේ ජනරාජා හස්සිරාජයා දශක දෙකකටත් අධික කාලයකට පසුව පෙරහර කරඬුව වැඩම කරවීම අද දවසේ සිදු වෙනවා. දෑලේ ඇතුන් ලෙසින් මියන් රාජා සහ සිංහ රාජා ගමන් කිරීමට නියමිතයි. මේ අසිරිමත් පෙරහර මංගල්‍යයේ පිළිබඳව අපට දකින්නට ලැබෙන නේත්‍රාකර්ශනීය දර්ශන දළදා මාලිගාවේ මාධ්‍ය කාර්යාංශය මගින් ඩයලොග් TV නාලිකා අංක 20, PO TV නාලිකා අංක 20 සහ 310 ඔස්සේත් ප්‍රීසෙට් සහ අපේ සියලු සමාජ මාධ්‍ය ජාලයන් ඔස්සේත් නිවසේ සිට නරඹන ඔබ සියලු දෙනා වෙනුවෙන් ඉතාමත්ම ආකර්ශනීය වුණු ලෙසින් මනහර දර්ශන ඔබට රැගෙන එන්නට අදත් අපි සූදානම්. සිංහල දෙමළ ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂා ත්‍රිත්වයෙන්ම ලොව පුරා සිටින ඒ සියලු දනන් වෙත කන්ද උඩරට මේ අසිරියවත් මහා කලා මංගල්‍යයේ අසිරිය රැගෙන එන්නට අපි සූදානම්. ගෝෂිගන්
நன்றி சமன். கண்டி அசல பெரகரவினுடைய 2026 இரண்டாம் நாள் கும்பல் பெரகரா வீதி வலம் வந்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. ஜனராஜ யானையின் மீது புனித புத்த பெருமானுடைய தந்த பிள்ளையினை எடுத்து வருகின்ற காட்சிகளை 25 ஆண்டுகளின் பின்னர் நீங்கள் நேரடியாக காண காத்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றீர்கள். இக்காட்சிகளை நீங்கள் நேரடியாக காண முடியாவிடின் தொலைக்காட்சி வழியிலாகவும் டயலாக் தொலைக்காட்சி 20 POTV 20310 ஃப்ரீசெட் 2 மற்றும் ஸ்ரீ தலதா மாளிகையினுடைய யூடியூப் ஃபேஸ்புக் பக்கங்களினூடாக நேரலையாக கண்டுகளிக்க முடியும். புத்த பெருமானுடைய அருள் அனைவருக்கும் கிடைக்க வேண்டி பிரார்த்தித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். தொடர்ச்சியாக எம்முடன் இணைந்திருங்கள். திஷரி.
Thank you, Goshi. You're witnessing the second Kumbal procession of Kandy Esala Perahera 2026. And today, after a longer period of time, Tusker Janaraja is carrying the sacred relic casket as the ceremonial tusker. So, this invitation goes to you all to come and witness this grand occasion. But if you're at home, you can still be watching this event by using the following channels. Channel number 310 and channel number 20 on POTV, channel number 20 on Dialog TV and channel number 2 on FreeSat. And also you can watch the live broadcast of Kandy Esala Perahera 2026 by using the social media platforms of Sri Dalada Maligawa. Stay tuned.
of Sri Dalada Maligawa, Kandy. You are now seeing the Perahera officials obtaining the permission and blessings of Thiyawana Nilame, the lay custodian of the sacred tooth relic, before commencing their street perambulations. Now you are seeing the Perahera casket, which contains 32 relics of Lord Buddha, being placed within the Ranhili gate that is mounted on the lavishly costumed tusker, who will uplift the majesty of this great procession. These officials are seen offering flowers and floral garlands to the Perahera casket, and this is the second Kumbal Perahera procession of Kandy Esala Perahera 2026, the grand festival of respect that pays homage to the sacred tooth relic to honor Lord Buddha.
This is the devout moment when the royal tusker shall step majestically down from the Mahavaha Kada, the main entrance, onto the Sandakala, the moonstone, amidst the tune of traditional Nagasingham music in preparation to parade the streets of the Kandian city.
Today, the royal tusker will be Janaraja of Sri Dalada Maligawa. On this year 2026, we are witnessing the grace of the 1716th Perahera that had begun during the reign of King Kirtisri Meghavarna, who pledged that the relics must be carried around the city once a year. And this tradition still continues, followed by the succession of many ruling kings, prime ministers, and presidents of our country.
Walking up front with the sound of thundering whips piercing through the skies are the whip crackers announcing that the procession has commenced, and these whip masters are tasked with clearing the way for the sacred relic casket and the king.
When looking back at history in the ancient times, it was the ruling king who would parade the streets in the Perahera. But now it is the Diyavarna Nilame, the lay custodian of the sacred tooth relic of Lord Buddha, who will resemble the king in the modern day Perahera.
The Perahera is believed to be held in prayer for timely rainfall, and the elements of the Perahera is structured in a symbolical way that it paints the imagery of a rainfall. Rain would never be showered without the striking sound of thunder, and these whip wielders are the symbolic imagery to depict the sound of lightning and thunder to pay homage to the rain gods, requesting to bless our crops and cultivations with rain.
Tonight, the Perahera commenced at the auspicious hour of 6:41 p.m. facing north, and the Perahera will proceed along the Sri Dalada Street, D.S. Senanayaka Street, then turn on to the King Street and return to the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic.
The whipmaster's duty is handed down from generation to generation of their clans, and only those who have mastered the art of whip cracking will be taken to participate in the Kandy Esala Perahera. According to traditions, a Perahera which does not have this pedigree are not even being called such. In a single file, we see the whip masters carefully manipulating their whip that is nearly 7 feet in length and is made fully out of natural materials known as niaga and navapatta.
This indeed shows how the tradition have been preserved and the authentic methods have not changed throughout the parading history of 1716 years. It is an interesting fact from history that in ancient times the sacred tooth relic had been considered as a private property of the king, and the public had never been permitted in having a chance of worshipping it. It was indeed the thankful move by the king Kirtisri Rajasingha who declared that the relics needed to be taken in a procession for the public to witness and venerate in seeking for blessing.
Rain does not come with thunder alone. Just as lightning flashes across the skies, the procession too has its flashes of light dancing across the faces of the people lining the streets to watch. These are the fire dancers who are offering fire, inviting the rain gods to water our lands with rain.
Even though it seems very paradox to learn that we offer fire to seek for water, this phenomenon of nature is magnificently depicted by this group of fireball dancers who perform this thrilling stunt of acrobatics while illustrating how lightning comes with rain.
Today, the group of fire acrobats is leading by Mr. A.D. Tilakaratna.
The turning of fireballs is called Pandam Paliya, which paints the night with varied patterns of light using both hands and feet, along with thrilling episodes of fire stunts.
The fireball dance is performed in 3 levels that are known as Bintalaya, low level, Metatalaya, mid level, and Ahastalaya, the sky level, that is definitely the highlighted episode of the fireball dance that is performed standing on each other in great discipline and balance.
The sun, moon, earth, universe, solar month, night and day are all cyclic, and the fireball dance highlights these universal cycles while depicting how they burn and cool us in our life cycles. The dancers also paint the fierce cycle of samsara that is flooded with desire, ignorance and anger that are highlighted by these chakras.
The splendor of the dance is seen when a large group of them perform simultaneously, merging their various fire elements into an amazing display of light and heat. The tradition is handed down from generation to generation, with individuals of all ages, from the very young to the very old, taking part in the display of the priceless and cultural heritage of their clans.
The dancers are seen creating their paintings of fire across the night sky as they move in the procession. For the children, it is a fire play, but for the experienced elders, it is a devout and committed fire offering.
Next in line of the procession are the Buddhist flag bearers, who are clad in white national costumes, who are carrying the most respected flag of Buddhism while being preceded by the national flag of Sri Lanka. The sight of these Buddhist flags create a sense of tranquility among the spectators, reminding us the fact that this procession is in celebration, devotion and an offering to the great Lord Buddha.
The flag bearers we see here are the inmates of the Pallekele open prison camp, who have been staying in this segment of Perahera for many years. A priority of Kandy Esala Perahera is to reflect the unity of Sri Lanka as a nation, which is here symbolized by the national flag that was leading the army of flags.
The Buddhist flag is a symbol of faith and peace. The 6 colors of the flag represent the colors of the aura that emanated from the body of Lord Buddha when he attained enlightenment under the sacred Bodhi tree. The horizontal strips represent the races of the world living in harmony, while the vertical strips represent eternal world peace.
The colors displayed in the Buddhist flag represent the perfection of Buddhahood and the Dhamma, his preachings. The symbolic identities of these colors are illustrated as follows: blue for universal compassion, yellow for the middle path, red for blessings, white for purity and liberation, and orange for the unshakable wisdom. Walking in great discipline, in their calm and disciplined nature, are the army of sword bearers who provide protection to the Perahera casket.
Clad in white sarong and a white headdress, this army is seen carrying the raised swords not in warfare but in a disciplined walk of calm serenity. The symbolic idea of these sword bearers is a historic protection that is provided with utmost might to the sacred tooth relic. For those who know about the history of the sacred tooth relic would be patriotically proud of our history and the heroic personalities who always protected the sacred tooth relic with highest levels of bravery.
Since the ancient times, the sacred tooth relic have played an important role in the local politics, since it was believed that whoever holds the sacred tooth relic shall hold the governance of the country.
From the Anuradhapura era to the Kandyan era, there have been several battles over the tooth relic, and it has always been protected by patriotic warriors, and this is a lesson we need to teach our children.
We now see the most majestic sight of the Perahera, which is the arrival of the very first elephant who will be carrying the Peramune Rala. And the elephant who will be carrying the Peramune Rala today is Banda elephant from Ratnapura. It is the norm of the Perahera that the Peramune Rala, or the front runner of the procession, is the first person on the elephant back. Neither officials nor elephants are permitted to parade before the Peramune Rala.
Clad in the traditional white costume that comprises of the white jacket and triangular hat, the Peramune Rala comes into view.
The duty of the Perahera is to inform the citizens of the country that the procession is being carried out in compliance to the directives of the scroll that he is carrying. So this live broadcast is brought to you by the Media and Special Projects Bureau of Sri Dalada Maligawa, Kandy.
This is the arrival of the first Hevisi troupe that represents the official musical ensemble who are permanently seconded to the service of the Sri Dalada Maligawa.
They perform in dignified presence in front of the procession as a tradition which they practice with majestic skills. In fact, no Panchaturya Vadana or traditional orchestra of Sinhalese music that produce sounds using either drums or other musical instruments is permitted before the Hevisi as per the rule of the Kandy Perahera tradition.
Sri Lanka is rich with its own genres of traditional music and Hevisi, which is dignified as the authentic sound of Sri Lanka. The history of Hevisi takes back to the time when the sapling of the Jayasri Mahabodhi tree was brought down to Sri Lanka by Sanghamitta Theradi, and this evidence marks the fact that Hevisi is the oldest tradition orchestra and Buddhist sound offering in Sri Lankan heritage.
Hevisi, as the most prominent orchestra of the five-fold musical instruments, too have its own variants that are authentic to various parts of the country, known as the Upcountry, Low Country and Sabaragamu. The speciality of Kandy Esala Perahera is the pure domination of upcountry traditional arts. Wherefore, this particular Hevisi instrumental performance belongs to the upcountry tradition of Hevisi, which is known as Udarata Hevisi in Sinhalese.
The five-fold musical instruments are recognized by the Sri Lankan music culture as Panchaturyanada is noted as Athatha, instruments played by both hands, Vithatha, instruments played by using sticks, Vithathathatha, instruments played using hands and sticks, Ghana, instruments that are dashed with each other, and Sushira, instruments that are blown. This arrangement of the upcountry ensemble of Hevisi consists of 4 out of the 5 mentioned tunes, except for the Gataperea that represents the Arthata tune. The musicianship of Hevisi in the Kandy Esala Perahera and for the daily rituals of the Sri Dalada Maligawa are assigned to the most skilled lineages of Hevisi drummers who are Uduvela, Ihalabela, Malagamana and Molokada, who represent the first row of the Hevisi troop while marching to the beat of the drums.
They are contributing with great devotion to this celebration, and the leadership of these 4 lineages depict the recognition given to them by the king through the way in which they decorate their Hevisi drums. Using these tassels or savara, in fact, no musician is permitted to hang these tassels on their drums based upon their own will, as the tassels are a true reward of accomplishment that marks their skill, based seniority and popularity among the rest.
The tune of Hevisi is believed to be spiritually healing the ill and creates immense satisfaction when being heard by a devoted person. Interestingly, many local and foreign visitors find it very soothing to stay within the Dalada Maligawa premises during the daily offering times or Thevaga.
Which indeed, during the Thevaga, the entire surrounding of this temple of the tooth get filled with the symphonic sound of Hevisi, which dives deep into our blood and creates a patriotic feeling about ourselves, our religion, our culture, and our traditions. The Perahera performs across many streets that occupy the Kandy town once it steps down to the Dalada Vidya. Once it passes down from the Mahamaluva, and the interesting fact is that the symphony played by the Hevisi troupe shall change once they turned into a new street or Vidya. And the same Valinada series of steps are performed as the transition movement in between these changing tones. Just like how the heavy troop of Sri Dalada Maligawa procession engages in their own routine offerings, the heavy troops of the four Devalaya Peraheras are actually the lineages who still perform in their daily, weekly, monthly and annual rituals. Following the heavy troop, riding on the second elephant with majestic dignity, is the Gajanayaka Nilame of the Sri Dalada Maligawa.
The Tusker Pulatisi Raja that belongs to Sri Dalada Maligawa is carrying the Gajanayaka Nilame.
The Gajanayaka Nilame is the royal official in charge of the king's troop of elephants, and it was a position given to him directly by the king himself. To symbolize this ancient degree, the Gajanayaka Nilame, who is attired in the traditional Sinhala Mul Anduma, majestically approaches on a tusker while holding the Ankus or the Ankusaya, which is the official symbol of the Gajanayaka Nilame. And with that we see the entrance of the Nayandi dancing troupe. The Nayandi dance is one of the most significant dance performances of the upcountry tradition that holds a very prominent position in the Kandy Esala Perahera, especially during the Kumbal Perahera festivities.
The word Nayandi is in fact the name of the costume that is worn by the Nayandi dancers, which is the same costume that is worn by the Candian West dancer, with the exclusion of the devoted headdress that is replaced with a cloth turban with a knot on the head.
The speciality of Nayandi dancing is this dance is primarily performed by the primitive Candian dance artists who have not yet been attained reverentially as a West dancer. And any dance artist who aspires to be crowned as a Candian West dancer would first need to master the skill of Nayandi in order to proceed. Following the Nayandi dance, we see a Buddhist flag bearer on the mount of an elephant.
And the Buddhist flag bearer is carried by the elephant Dalada from Ratnapura.
If we notice closely, one thing we witness is the elephant clothes or the dresses are mainly white in color during the Kumbal Perahera festivities. And now we see the entrance of the Pantheru dance troupe. The Pantheru is a musical instrument that is used as a rhythm tool across the three traditions of upcountry, low country and Sabargamua. But the Pantheru dance is exclusively belonging to the Udarata or upcountry tradition of dance.
This instrument is a small brass circular frame with 5 cymbals fixed to it, which gives a subtle metallic sound as it shakes. It was originally used to keep up the beat in the chamber or the Kavikara Madhua.
This tune is considered as one of the authentic tunes that are engaged with the sound offering associated with the Dalada Puja. The Kavikara Madhua is one of the 5 types of upcountry performing arts that refers to the chanting groups of the Perahera, which we will see towards today walking behind the royal tusker carrying the Relic casket.
The Pantheru dance troupe is led by Mr. Sarath Vijay Siri.
Since the 18th century, the instrument was used for the development of semi-classical dance form, which is in fact an art that was passed from generation to generation. Following the Pantheru dance troupe, we see two majestic tuskers, on whose mount we see two brass umbrella holders.
Here we see the tusker Koti Raja from Koti Rajamahavihara and the tusker Kataragama Vasana from Kataragama Devalaya are taking their majestic walk in the second Kumbal procession of Kandy Esala Perahera 2026.
Once again, the light-colored elephant dresses bring in the speciality of the Kumbal Perahera festivities. This live special broadcast of 2nd Kumbal Perahera 2026 is brought to you by the Media and Special Projects Bureau of Sri Dalada Maligawa, Kandy.
And if you're at home, you can watch the live broadcast of Kandy Esala Perahera 2026 by using the following channels. Channel number 310, channel number 20 on POTV, channel number 20 on Dialogue TV, and channel number 2 on FreeSat.
The most unique and most recognized presentation of the Kandyan dance heritage is the most fully adorned Kandyan West dancer. The Kandyan dancer's skill and dance form have been considered as an authentic expression of Sri Lankan culture. In fact, it is the icon of the West dancer who is the branding identity of traditional Sri Lankan dancing across the seven seas, despite the presence of many artistic dance performances that are authentic to the traditional Sri Lankan dance. It is amusing to hear that it is the simple picture that is illustrated on everyone's mind when they hear the phrase Sri Lankan dance, which could be certainly proud of.
This West Dance troupe is led by Mr. Ishanta Ihalavela and Mr. Lasantha Vansekara.
another important aspect to note in Kumbal Perahera festivities is that we only see two troops of West dancers. And at present, we are looking at the West dancers who are making their way for the Relic casket. The West dancers observe their traditional rituals and obtain permission to dance in the procession. However, those who dance in the Dalada Perahera are those who have brought in the habits in the sansaric habit and skills in the performance of this art. Being a West dancer is no easy deal. Any primitive dancer needs years and years of practice and skill in order to be crowned as a West dancer. And they are only permitted to wear the West tattoo or the much respected headdress is only after that they are religiously coronated as a West dancer, which is a highly respected tradition that is even practiced in the modern days.
Dressed in the white Tupotya costume, this is the Karya Karvana Korala, who is the royal official that holds responsibility for all engagements in regard to the offerings, the Perahera and the Relic casket. He is only seconded to the Devadana Nilame and is the only person in the Perahera who has the permission to walk forwards and backwards during Perahera.
The very special orchestra that leads the Relic casket are the Naga Singam instrumentalists, which is an Indian influenced ensemble of music that plays its authentic music to escort the Relic casket. We are now at the much awaited and the most devout moment of the Perahera, as we now see the royal tusker, Janaraja, who debuts after 25 years, who belongs to Sri Dalada Maligawa, carrying the Perahera relic casket.
The ceremonial tusker Janaraja is assisting by the tusker Mian Raja as well as the tusker Singha Raja from Sri Dalada Maligawa.
Now let us take a moment to feel the devotion and worship the sacred tooth relic of Lord Buddha. This is the chamber of versifiers of the Kavikara Madhura, the group of poets who walk behind the relic casket while singing the virtues of Lord Buddha.
These versifiers are holding several instruments including the Pantherwa and the Udakya, and the speciality of the Kavikara Madhura is that these versifiers shall only perform when the relic casket is taken out of the relic chamber.
Following the Kavikara Madhura, we see the entrance of the second West Troop, who will be escorting the Deyavarna Nilame.
The second West dancing troupe is leading by Mr. Sanjeeva Perapetiya and Mr. Peter Surasena.
According to history, Queni was a princess of Yakshatra in Sri Lanka, who became the wife of King Vijaya upon his arrival to Sri Lanka, being the first woman lady who witnessed just after discovering this copper-sanded land of Sri Lanka. The West dance is more than just a ritual. It is a sacred recitation for protection against misfortune. Therefore, the costume of these dancers are also considered sacred. This movement, glamorously costumed symbolically, represent the regalia of King Malaya, the royalty who performed the ancient ritual of Hatapas Mangalya, which is a healing ceremony that was held 2500 years ago. Now we see the Honorable Basnayaka Nilame of the Sri Mahanatha Devalaya in Kandy and the Ambakka Sri Mahakataragama Devalaya of Udunuvara, Basnayaka Nilame, AWS Bandaranayaka. The Basnayaka Nilame shall walk under the Mutukudaya or the pearl umbrella, surrounded by his army of guards, and followed by the Vidane or the chieftains of the 10 associated villages of Sri Dalada Maligawa. Now you are witnessing the commencement of the Sri Mahanatha Devalaya procession.
The Sri Mahanatha Devalaya in Kandy is located right in front of the Sri Dalada Maligawa, where it is considered as the main shrine that is dedicated towards Lord Natha and one of the oldest buildings in Kandy.
The Perahera is a great culture spectacle that infuses both Buddhist and several Hindu cultural practices, along with the minute affiliations of elephants relating to both Mahayana and Theravada traditions of Buddhism. And now we see the Buddhist flag bearers of Sri Mahanatha Devalaya procession. The white-clad flag bearers remind the people of the way the Dhamma impacted their lives from the day the sacred truth relic was brought to the island, and also the calm atmosphere symbolically portrays the way to end this cycle of life known as samsara.
The Buddhist flag was jointly redesigned by Mr. J.R. De Silva and Colonel Henry Steele Olcott to mark the revival of Buddhism in Ceylon. This flag was accepted as the International Buddhist flag in 1952 at the World Buddhist Congress.
The well-known fact behind God Natha is the belief that he is next in line to attain Buddhahood as Maitri Bodhisattva, where he is also identified as Avalokiteshwara in the Indian cults. The iconography of God Natha is shown as a gentle young man of fair complexion who holds a lotus flower on his left hand and is in fact famed as one of the most dominant gods associated in the hill country.
Following the flag bearers, now we see the elephant Rohana that belongs to Mr. Varuna Kanangara.
It is the tradition the first elephant to take part in the procession of God Natha shall carry an official with a unique flag that is described as the flag of Senkadagana, which depicts an artistic visualization of God Natha. And now we see the entrance of the Hevisi troop.
And this Hevisi troop is leading by Mr. S.Y.G. Priyanka Premalal Vijayratna.
Just like how the Hevisi troop of Sri Dalada Maligawa's procession engages their own routine offering, the Hevisi troops of the four Devala Peraheras are the actual lineages who still perform in the daily, weekly, monthly and annual rites and the rituals of the particular Devalas. As the Hevisi is not just a part of the Sri Dalada Maligawa's ritual, but is also similarly important to the offering of the Devale shrines as the main Sabda Puja or offerings towards the respective god. Interestingly, the tunes that are played by these ensembles are the ones that are unique to the respective Devalayas.
The premises of the Sri Mahanatha Devalaya in Kandy is recognized since as the Jayabhumiya or the land with luck since the time of our ancestors based on the indication by an ancient Brahmin named Senkada. And now we see the elephant Kandula that belongs to Devalegama Dhammasena Theru.
And on his mount we see a Buddhist flag bearer, indicating the connection of God Natha to Buddhism. as we saw the elephant dressers in the Sri Dalada Maligawa Perahera, the dressers in the Devalaya Peraheras are too simple and light coloured in the Kumbal Perahera festivities. And now we see the entrance of the Pantheru dance troupe of Sri Mahanatha Devalaya procession.
This Pantheru dance troupe is leading by Mr. Van Mara Singha.
The Pantheru has a circumference of 28 inches and 5 mini cymbals attached along its rings. The tradition behind the Pantheru describes 5 ways in which the Pantheru should be held by the dancer. And we too could carefully notice how the performers change hands in between the dance moves, perform in circles, perform stunt flips and many more thrilling episodes to captivate the attention on the onlookers.
The performers are not just seen dancing but also chanting several verses which are distinguished as Pantheru Kavi or poetry associated with the Pantheru dance. Now we see Sudhu Mahatya elephant from Mr. Thilinala Gamake.
And now we see the entrance of the Nayandi dance troupe of Sri Mahanatha Devalaya procession. The legend of God Natha takes us down through many cults in Buddhism, including the Mahayana and Theravada traditions, where he is predominantly associated as the future Buddha. In Sri Lanka history, there are recorded evidence and mentions of God Natha in the Sandesha of Tisara, Gira and Kol, where God Natha was one of the prime deities who was seeked by the ancient kings of Sri Lanka.
This Nayandi dance troupe is led by Mr. Indika Pradeep Attaragama.
And with that, we come to the pinnacle moment as we see the godly ornaments of God Natha being carried by the royal tuskers.
And the royal tusker is assisted by the elephant Kandulatissa that belongs to Ratnapura Mahasaman Devalaya and the elephant Merigama Seta.
And with that, now we are witnessing the commencement of the Sri Maha Vishnu Devalaya procession. The Sri Maha Vishnu Devalaya in Kandy, that is also prominently identified as the Mahadevalaya or the Great Shrine, is the main shrine in the hill capital that is dedicated to Lord Vishnu among the Satara Mahadevalaya in Kandy. The unique collections of flag in front of us are known as the provincial flags. These include the unique design flag for 12 states and 9 counties that were under the rule of the ancient Kandyan kingdom.
It was the tradition that the respective chieftain of the state, known as the Ratirala, would participate in the Perahera with their respective flag that is unique to their state to showcase their loyalty towards the king. And now we see the elephant Suranimala that is walking in the Vishnu Devala Perahera.
And with that we see the heavy troop of Sri Maha Vishnu Devalaya.
And this heavy troop is leading by Mr. Saman Priyanta Arambagegara,
The heavy troop of Sri Maha Vishnu Devalaya is notably special among all of the other heavy troops that we saw throughout the procession, based on several importance. As we know, the inaugural ritual of Kandy Esala Perahera is the Cup Situvima, or the planting of the jack in the auspicious hour, and this piece of jack plant is being cut from the village of Alut Nuwara that is located in the footsteps of Kadugannawa. which marks the entrance to the Kandy district and is also known for Alut Nuwara Sri Dadimunda Devalaya, that is the main shrine in Sri Lanka that is dedicated to Lord Dadimunda.
The chosen piece of jack plant or copper is ceremoniously brought all the way from Alutnuwara Sri Dadimunda Devalaya premises to the Dadimunda Devalaya in Kandy on the mount of a tusker along a distance of 25 kilometers. The Dadimunda Devalaya in Kandy is located in the Sri Mahavishnu Devalaya premises itself, and this is where the main piece of jack plant shall be cut into 4 equal quarters and distributed to the other 3 Devalaya shrines on the mounts of 3 tuskers.
This heavy tree is in fact the exact ensemble that shall take part in all the events mentioned above throughout this ritual from Alutnuwara to Kandy. And apart from the Kapsituima, this heavy troupe of the Sri Mahavishnu Devalaya is designated ensemble that is tasked with alarming the other 4 Devalaya shrines on the right to team to leave for the Diyakapima or the water cutting ceremony, that is one of the final rituals that are conducted on the following early morning at the end of the final Randoli Perahera.
And now you see the Mudunkot elephant as well as Minuangada Kumari elephant is taking place in the procession.
And on the mount of them, we see the canopy umbrella and the bast umbrella, bringing the sense of respect to this procession. And a thing to note in Mahavishnu Devalaya procession is that the dresses are in blue in color. That is mainly due to the belief that the Lord Vishnu is in dark in tone. And with that, we see the entrance of the Nayandi dancing troupe in Sri Mahavishnu Devalaya procession. Among the diverse religious beliefs that are observed in this island nation of Sri Lanka, Lord Vishnu is a virtuous god who is popularly being worshipped by both Sri Lankan Hindu and Buddhist devotees. He is known by 108 other names including Hari, Madhava, Venkateshwara and Narayana, apart from the Sri Lankan recognition as Upulwan. It is believed that the Sri Mahavishnu Devalaya in Kandy was built by King Senarath in between 1604 to 1635, during the time in which the Uppulwan Devalaya in Alutnuwara was destroyed by the Portuguese in amidst of their Kandian kingdom invasion. And now we see the pinnacle movement of the Sri Mahavishnu Devalaya procession, as we see the godly ornaments of Lord Vishnu being carried on the perambulation.
The godly ornaments of God Vishnu is carried by the tusker Rama, and he is also known as Ekadanta. And the tusker Rama is assisting by elephant Alapatha as well as elephant Mekoda Choti Manake.
Let us now take a moment to feel the devotion and worship the godly ornaments of Lord Vishnu. And with that, you are witnessing the commencement of the Sri Mahakatragama Devalaya procession.
The Sri Mahakatragama Devalaya in Kandy is one of the key places of worship that are dedicated to Lord Katragama in the city of Kandy, and the speciality of the Sri Mahakatragama Devalaya being the only out of the Satra Mahadevalaya or four main shrines that is located outside the premises of the Sri Dalada Maligawa.
And with that, we see the entrance of the Buddhist flag bearers of the procession. The Sri Mahakatragama Devalaya had been built during the reign of King Narendra Singha, who ruled the country from the year 1707 to 1739, where it was considered as a personal Devalaya shrine to the Kandian kings for their devotional rituals in order to receive blessings of Lord Katragama. The opening representation of the Sri Mahakatragama Esala Perahera are these unique flag bearers who showcase a different variety of flags. The flag that leads the way shows an illustration of King Ravana, who is an ancient king of Sri Lanka and who connects the Indian epic of Ramayana to Sri Lanka. The reason why we see the flag of King Ravana being led ahead in the procession is to communicate a belief that King Ravana is a reincarnation of Lord Katragama. Following the flag bearers, we see the heavy troop of the Katragama Devalaya.
The god of Katragama is mostly represented with an iconography with 6 faces that symbolize 6 of his divine powers or attributes. The first, which radiates light that dispels darkness. The second, that expresses compassion and pity for humans. The third, that shows goodness and gentleness towards the peaceful. The fourth, that shines beautifully as a moon while exploring the furtive. The fifth, that blesses the victims of the battlefield. And the sixth is a kind husband who shows benevolence to both his consorts.
The Hevisi troupe of Sri Mahakatragama Devalaya too is quite notable when compared to the other troupes of Hevisi due to the difference in tone and tempo. The style of Hevisi not just depends on the regional or situational variances but also varies among the several lineages that perform this traditional duty.
And now we see the Hempitiya elephant belongs to Dhanuka Hempitiya.
And on the mount of her we see the Buddhist flag bearer, symbolizing once again the connection to Buddhism in this procession.
We see the Hesara elephant belongs to Mr. Ajit Galage.
And if we notice, the dresses of the elephants are red in color compared to other processions. So that indicates the color of Lord Katragama. And now we see the entrance of the Nayandi dance troupe of Sri Mahakatragama Devalaya. The Lord Katragama is believed to be driven by the force behind the ancient king Dutugamanu in his battle against the Chola invaders of the Dravidian king Elara. The present Ruhunu Mahakatragama Devalaya was in fact the commitment of the vow that was made by King Dutugamanu, who built the Ruhunu Maha Kataragama Devalaya inaugurated its Asala festival that commemorates the divine marriage between God Kataragama and Goddess Valli, and commanded that the procession needs to be held annually regardless of any circumstance till the eternal existence of the sun and the moon. Unlike the other four Devalaya shrines, the chief priest or the Iyer of the Sri Mahakataragama Devalaya in Kandy is not of Sinhalese origin, but is in fact an Indian national who is of the traditional Brahmanic lineage and is dedicated to perform this venerative task since many generations, where it was his father who performed this duty before him. The Iyer is dressed in traditional white attire during the Kumbal Perahera ceremonies and the dress in the grand red attire from the commencement of the Randoli Perahera.
And now we see the special occasion of carrying the ornaments that belongs to God Kataragama. The ornaments are carried by the elephant Hadala, and he is assisting by the elephant Esala and the elephant Gamanu.
With that, now we are witnessing the commencement of the Sri Mahapattini Devalaya procession. The Sri Mahapattini Devalaya in Kandy is the only shrine of the Kandyan Satara Mahadevalaya that is dedicated to the virtuous goddess Pattini, who is also the only female representation among the guardian deities of the sacred tooth relic. This Devalaya is located in the premises of the Sri Dalada Maligawa, which can be easily reached via the Deva Vidya and is separated from the Sri Mahanatha Devalaya from the ancient Athvidya, which used to be the resting ground for the royal elephants.
And now we see the Buddhist flag bearers of the procession of Sri Mahapattini Devalaya.
And with that we see the entrance of the heavy troop of the Sri Mahapattini Devalaya. is fascinating to know how all the blend of these instruments individually contribute to the symphonic sound of the overall ensemble. When musically analyzing the instruments on its own, we see that the dowler is used to create a deep echoing sound. The thumb matammer, on the other hand, creates a noise that is heard to a far distance, while the horanava creates a high-pitched wind noise, and all of these put together creates the iconic symphony that covers the heritage of Sri Lanka. According to the legends of goddess Patini is famed as the goddess of chastity and is also considered as the most popular deity among Sri Lankans. Despite being a goddess of South Indian origin, the virtues of goddess Patini are narrated in a Tamil epic named Origin. And now we see the first elephant of the Sri Mahapattini Devalaya procession. On her mount, we see the first Buddhist flag bearer of the Sri Mahapattini Devalaya procession.
And this elephant is the elephant Ratna that belongs to the Benkamwe Dhammadina Thero.
The male-dominated presence of artists that we saw previously is no longer visible, as we see the entrance of the female representation of the Perahera, which is indeed the speciality of the Sri Mahapattini Devalaya Perahera. The talampata, or the small set of cymbals, are vital instrument used in all form of traditional dancing in Sri Lanka and also in India to maintain the pace and rhythm of the dance.
The Thalampata dance is recognized as a Ghana dance due to the use of the Thalampata as the main dance tool, which belongs to the Ghana variant of the Panchathura Nada. This evolves its way as a Ghana Natuma due to the mere reason of how these artists dash their thalam with each other as part of their dance performance.
And with that, we see the entrance of the second elephant of the Sri Mahapattini Devalaya procession.
And this elephant is the elephant Nantimitra that belongs to Kirinde Ananda Thero.
And with that, we see the entrance of the Paimpat dance troupe of the Sri Mahapattini Devalaya procession.
And this Paimpad dancing troupe is from Dharma Vikrama Girls School, Kandy.
So once again, the speciality of Sri Mahapattini Devalaya Perahera is that being the only goddess that is venerated in this religious pageant, this segment of the Perahera not just celebrates the virtues of goddess Pattini, but it also celebrates the greatness of women and their value to the existence of this world. According to the legends, goddess Pattini is also known as Kannagi Amman in Tamil folklore, where we find many kovils in Sri Lanka that are built by the Sri Lankan Hindus to pay respect to their faith of goddess Pattini as Kannagi Amman.
Following the Paimpad dancing troupe, now we see the Muthu elephant that belongs to Muruddaniya Thero.
And on the mount of him we see a brass cobra canopy being carried in the procession to show respect to this procession.
And now we see the Raban dancing troupe that is leading by Ms. Chamali Jairatna.
The Rabana or the hand trampoline is a very popular object used in folk dancing tradition in Sri Lanka, known as the Rabang Natuma. There are many forms of Rabana in Sri Lanka. We have the Maharabana or the Banku Rabana, which is a large drum that is being played by multiple artists at the same time. The Virindu Rabana that is played while singing comical verses of Virindu, and the At Rabana, which we see now that is prominently being seen in the dance related performances. We also hear a version as Karakivime Rabana or spinning trampoline, which is in fact the same Ad Rabana with a dent curve in its middle.
And following the Raban dancing troupe, here we see the Chola elephant that belongs to Dhammadina Thero. And now we see a beautiful Kalagiri dancing troupe of Sri Mahapattini Devala procession.
As stated before, Goddess Pattini is much popular among Sri Lankans due to her power in curing diseases among women and small children.
Goddess Pattini is also affiliated as the goddess of prosperity, and the said virtue of prosperity is symbolized in the Perahera in the form of this agrarian dance that depicts the roots of prosperity in our economy.
Due to the said reason, the village lifestyle of Sri Lanka has lot of connection with the agricultural activities.
And now we see the elephant Tarindu that belongs to Kataragama Kirivehera, as well as Dangovita Manike elephant that belongs to Mrs. Sriyani Gunawardana.
And with that, we see the entrance of the Nayandi dancing troupe of Sri Mahapattini Devalaya.
And this Nayani dancing troupe is leading by Mr. Mithun Bandara. The cult of Goddess Pattini narrates many amusing stories which are all part of the legend of this great goddess. One of the most interesting out of such legends is her birth story, which is popular as Satpattini, where it reveals the 7 different ways in which she had been born, which include the stories of Goddess Pattini. This contains the stories of Goddess Pattini being born out of a mango, dewdrop, cobra tear, demeter flower, shoal, fire, and lightning. The cult of Satpattini is also challenged with a different variant which illustrates 12 birds known as the Dolus Pattini Upata.
The procession of the Sri Mahapattini Devalaya is the final representation among the 4 Mahadevalaya shrines in Kandy Esala Perahera, where the ceremonial elephant will be carrying a golden statue of Goddess Pattini within the decorated Ranhilige.
The golden statue of Goddess Pattini is carrying by the tusker Sita that belongs to Maharagama SN Samara Kodi. And the main tusker Giriulla is assisted by the tusker Sita as well as the tusker Rani.
And that marks the end of the second Kumbal Perahera of Kandy Esala Perahera 2026. We hope that our country will be blessed with fertility and rains. May our country prosper. Dalada Samadu Pihitai.